Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Chicago. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he gets him around 6 there. Charvarius Ward brings him down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Going run again with Swift. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check.
Staying grounded with Swift. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Along the sideline past midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. They've got to like how they've been moving it early here. It's down to the opposing 45-yard line. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Swift gets it, going left. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Hey, check that.
Now an inside give to Johnson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll run it with Swift. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Swift gets a 1st down and more. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Roll. Set.
They'll run with Johnson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
They give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears get the game's first points here in the 2nd. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They stick with McCaffrey. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. And it's the 49ers looking at a 4th and 5. They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4th. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. A handoff left for Swift. And he rocks the tackler. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. And no surprise here, they declined the flag because the play got a first down, so they're going to happily let it stand. Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here's Swift on second down. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third down, here's Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And it sets up second down. Williams on the play action. Buying some time right. Has the connection to Odunze. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. This throw is cut. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Let's go. Track at 60. Go.
On 4th down, it's Williams. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Samuel now to return it. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Purdy setting up that play action. He's going to push one deep down the right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And now it's second down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He's on the move. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
19 tight.
Play action now with Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That looked like they're trying to bootleg out of some of this chaos, Kate, and unfortunately, well, he gets trapped right in the middle 3rd, and you can't get to that space outside. You really do become a sitting duck in the middle of a broken play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Working quickly here. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 16. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they beat him to the edge. That run stops back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Going run again with McCaffrey. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's 49ers football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Gotta figure out this third down here. He'll throw it. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Moody knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. That's more of the catch out left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
One play in and already they're close to midfield. First down, Williams. Able to get it to Moore. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
He's throwing deep to the left. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. 49ers only up by a few. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He gets 6 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
First down, they go back to McCaffrey. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now again, McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Setting up to pass. Pass complete. Screenplay. Now he's past the 25. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win.
San Francisco.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game.
Bears 14. Jake Moody
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Kickoff taken at the 3. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Williams from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Now to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
First down throw by Williams. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. So it'll be second down. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. He's got time here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go from South Florida. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first and 10. Here's Tua to open with a throw. He's going to air one out right away. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll bring up second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it third.
Tua now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Ready. Step. 32 Stinger. Watson, Oscar.
They're going to go. It's Tua. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on fourth down. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Tua to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Again, it's Tua. That's complete. It's Waddle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. And that is incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
They are going for it. It's Tagovailoa. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now Tua. That's over the middle. Caught by Tyreek. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Tua will give it to Achane. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off play action, it's Tua. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Third and long, and here's Tua. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here we go on 4th down with Tua. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground is H.A. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Ready, shot.
Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Hill brought in motion.
Ready.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on 3rd down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Solo left Zion.
Hill brought in motion. On 4th down, Tagovailoa. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Two minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's the veteran, Mercedes Lewis.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
his hands. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by the Dolphins. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hill brought in motion. From the gun, here's Tua. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tagovailoa. A throw right side is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So no scoring as of yet. Nothing here at the break. As we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours. All right, Coach, thank you very much. These two offensive coordinators, they have been busy. What can they do to generate some offense in the second half to come? Defenses control the first half, but when will we see some points? Hopefully soon, as this third quarter begins. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get about 5. On the ground, here's the Texas Longhorn, Roschon Johnson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Here now, 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's caught. It's the tight end, Komet. And he's going to have the Bears first down. As this defense can't come up with the play they need, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. On the ground, it's Swift. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. On the bootleg, it's Williams. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. That's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Get set.
Tua will get this one out wide to Tyreek. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Right.
He'll get this out wide. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down.
21G, 21G. Set.
They snap it to Tua. This is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Off play action. Here's Williams. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
On third down, it's Williams. The throw on the run is complete. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. On first down, it's Swift. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Another run here, another run by Swift. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. And the crowd a major factor now as we get to third down. They'll try to run for it with Johnson.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on fourth down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6? Or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
So as an offensive coordinator, you have to have answers for what the defense throws at you. And in this case, your quarterback is sitting back there. He has nowhere to go with the ball on fourth down. He ends up taking the sack, and now your drive is over.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Here's second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Now it's H.A. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll try to run for it.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of the first.
Get set.
A shotgun snap for Tua. He gets that complete to Berrios. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
On 1st and 10, here's Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
All right, come on. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And third down coming up.
the game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket.
Devon Achane. And he'll dive forward here. Tag on even more yardage to the end of this one.
Wow, I mean, he's going to be disappointed he wasn't able to take that all the way, but that's still a heck of a run. In the end, after a good tackle to save the touchdown, they're still going to be set up with first and goal.
Let the fullback try to power it home. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Second down, goal to go.
Ready. Scat.
And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal.
Safe. Go ahead.
A run with the fullback in goal. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. The clock will stop with an even 20 seconds to go. A lot riding on this play. Tie game,
Go ahead.
final minute, third down. They'll motion the tight end Smith. They'll run. It's Mostert. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Just an absolute clinic of putting together a drive, Mike, when you need it the most. And their ability to move the ball down the field, it worked the clock perfectly. They come away with that late touchdown, and more than likely, barring something crazy, a victory as well.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here is first and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So a win here for the Dolphins. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in shutout fashion. And that'll do it for It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. Off we go from Soldier Field. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Let's go.
They run. It's the former Eagle, DeAndre Swift. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. Williams to throw on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Now Williams. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
That's over the middle and intercepted.